All right, guys, here we go. Finally getting back to another 3-star my bag video. Excited for this one. This one's going to be featuring the bag of DGV player Kaden G. So Kaden's a newer player. I think he's level 37 right now. So definitely in that process of building a bag, kind of figuring out the game, figuring out his throw-ins. Got a pretty solid bag for only level 37, but this is definitely going to be one of my more challenging ones, considering he's still missing a lot of pieces for the bag, a lot of slots that he doesn't have filled yet. So to get Enso with a limited bag definitely is a little tougher, but I think we're going to be able to get it done. He still has a very workable bag, so I'm excited to try. Hopefully we can get this done for him and help him get that nice glide roll rive that we were all so proud to achieve when we got the Enso 3-star. Definitely one of the most difficult ones in the game to get, in my opinion. So let's see. Let's check out his bag, and we'll look at my copy compared to his, and then we'll kind of see if we can knock it out and get the, I think it's going to be 22 is the score. So as you can see, that's minus 14. So here we go. Kaden G's bag. You can see I was able to kind of copy it pretty well this time. We got the Rainmaker and Harp. I hadn't thrown the Rainmaker a whole lot, but after messing with his bag and practicing for this, it's a very nice disc. It's kind of similar to the Hope in my opinion, maybe just a little shorter, but as far as stability, very straight shooter, great throw-in disc, and I think that's his main throw-in disc. Mid-ranges, he's got the Warship and the MD1. A great combo there. Maybe consider Windbreak MD1, but the Glide gives you more distance, so nothing against either of those two mid-range for that slot there. And obviously he's missing the extra slot in the main pouch, and then the two fairway slots as well. So as far as fairways, he's got the Water Skip Explorer, then he's got the Glide Sapphire, and then the Glide Vanguard. And then he also has the Skip Sapphire, reward from last season. So he's got pretty workable bag there as fairways. The only thing that I feel like the main thing I feel like he's missing as far as fairways is some sort of a ace run or throw-in fairway that's a sticky, so you can really go after it and not have to worry about going too far past the basket. So once he gets that extra slot, I mean, he might pull one of those fairways out and put in a sticky fairway, sticky Sapphire, sticky PD, even a sticky Explorer, and instead of the Water Skip, maybe a longer fairway Water Skip, since that Explorer can't get a whole lot of use out of that Water Skip, in my opinion. The 7-speed, you need a little more distance to really get a lot of use out of the fairway Water Skips, but still a nice disc. As far as his drivers go, so that Glide Water Skip DD. DD's a bomber of a disc. It's just, for me, it's just hard to control. If you can learn how to control it, it's a great disc to have. Good, fills that understable slot, and that works well as a Water Skip. He also has the Water Skip Prince, which is very similar to the Flight of the Rive. So that's probably his best distance driver right now, is that Glide Water Skip Prince. Then he has the old beat up Windbreak Rive. So if you need something just a little shorter than the Prince, then that beat up Rive is a disc to go to. But obviously a lot of gap there in his distance drivers. The main thing that's going to make this Enso round really difficult is a long skip distance driver. You kind of need that to score really well on Enso, so that's going to be tough to do without a skip distance driver. But I feel like those are his biggest two gaps, just a long distance driver that's a skip, and then some sort of a sticky fairway that he can use for ace runs and throw-ins. But other than that, I mean, there's not a whole lot of gaps in this bag, considering he only has that many discs, so very workable. But here we go. Let's try out some Enso rounds. So for Enso, definitely not easy to do. You got to get 14 under. So that's basically, you got to get 5 eagles and the rest birdies. So not an easy task. The goal for everyone pretty much is this nice looking glide roll rive. So that's what we're trying to get him. Hopefully I can show him some workable lines. And anytime you try to 3-star Enso, I would recommend starting off with at least 2 out of the first 3 eagles. So you definitely want to get eagle on this first hole. Let's take a look at his bag. So again, his throw maker is the Rainmaker. This first one, I like to go with something understable, so we're going to go with that DD. I'm going to use my same line, slide to the right, top chevron right on top of the fence there, lined up with that tree, and we're going to do a disc of hyzer with this DD. And it should still turn enough to get just left of the tree in this one wind. And then hopefully you get a nice kick off this hill down towards the basket like so. And from there we'll use the Rainmaker 81 feet. Should be able to keep my default aim, maybe a touch of Anheuser on the pullback, not much because this is a pretty straight thrower. And we get it to go. In my mind, I'm just keeping in mind that it's maybe just a hair shorter than the Hope. So that's kind of what I'm using when I line these throw-ins up. This one I'm going to do my same aim point just a little higher that I throw with the Glide Skip Rive. This obviously isn't going to skip, but we hit a great line here. And we're going to have a chance at throwing this in. We'll see if we can make it. It's going to be uphill, so we're going to have to add about 25, about 20 to this distance, 90 feet. So I'll throw it about 110. So again, I'm kind of pulling down to where I think I would go with the Hope or Pure as far as distance, and then just going a little bit farther. And that's kind of the back of my mind as far as using this Rainmaker. This one, if I didn't get the second hole, I'd probably go for this. I think I'm still going to go for it because I've gotten pretty good about it. This is the Prince. And aim nice and low to the left and just a touch of hyzer. If you can hit anywhere over here on the left side, this is cutting it close. No! Oh, it stayed up. So I've gotten pretty good at running that hole. Man, I think I've tried 6 times, I think, and I've gotten to hole 9. And all I've needed was an eagle on hole 9. One time I just needed a birdie, and I haven't been able to get it done yet. So I'm hoping this is the time, but we're starting off really good with 3 eagles. Well, let's see if we can go 4 for 4. This is the DD. I'm going to put some hyzer on it, but it should be a great disc for this hole if you can control it. Just get it to turn through the gap. Turn, 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 turn. Bounce off the tree. Oh, yes. So that was a great kick off that root. 115. I think we can make this. I'm aim a little bit to the right, not near as much as I would with the Pure. And then add some drop. Nice. So we get 4 in a row. We're off to an awesome start. Hopefully I don't screw this up. Let's see if we can get 5 in a row. Since we already got 4 in a row, I think I'm just going to we're going to go the Water Skip Prince, slide left, put a little bit of Anheuser. Worst case scenario with this line, obviously you don't want to hit the rock and go in. Oh no, this is, stop. Oh my goodness, that counted in bounce. So I needed a little more turn on that. And then worst case, you go long and it's an automatic birdie. It's definitely not the best eagle play, but sometimes, oh no, Aaron. I thought I was going to get 5 in a row there. I totally just butchered this round with that one shot. Ay, ay, ay. So I just let that soar over the basket. We're going to keep going, but that is going to make this a lot harder. This one, his Vanguard is very good. Slide left, top chevron kind of in line with the top of that bush. You can see that there. And then we'll put a little bit of Anheuser with this right to left wind. And this is a great disc to just ram into that wall. The Glide Sapphire is a little too much for this shot. You can sometimes fly long. You might have to power it down, so the Vanguard's definitely a better option there. See if we can not screw this one up. All right. God, man, that would have been 6 in a row, man, if we just took our time on that throw-in. I'm kind of frustrated with myself here. This one, I think I'm going to go the same line, although this is not an ideal wind. Same line that I throw with the Glide Skip Rive. We're just going to try to carry the spot where we typically skip it. Get up over it. Get up over. No! And at least it stayed in bounds, but that was a tough wind there. Again, it's hard to get some of these without the skip distance driver, and it's definitely kind of wind dependent when you don't have the skip as far as how in position you're going to be able to get with for the eagle, but we're just taking birdie here, hopefully. All right, 2 more holes left. We're on track here. Let's see. 17. I think we need one of these eagles. Shoot. And these are both really tough to get. Oh, we get a crappy wind. So I'm going to go with the DD here with this wind. Just try to go right through that gap on the right. A little bit of hyzer. I don't want to turn it over too much. I want to stay left of that big rock, just like that. Get up there a little bit. So we're going to have a long shot. I always like to throw in backhand from here, because if you miss, then you're going to get caught by the wall behind the basket. So it's a pretty safe bid. You can pretty much go for it if you're in this area. 138. I got to add quite a bit of power. It's uphill. I'm aimed off to the right. Go in. Oh my goodness. We dropped it in. So that means all we need on this last hole is a birdie. I don't have to get the eagle. This is a tough eagle to get without a skip. It pretty much is going to take a great throw in no matter what, unless it's a big tailwind, which we do not have. So this is just the water skip Prince. Try to get it down there. I think this far I'm going to just throw a forehand. Kind of try to make it, but try to leave it a little short, so it just kind of, if it does go long, it just kind of hits those rocks behind the basket. Ooh, almost left that too short. All right, we're going to finish this off, and we're going to finally get this one. Again, that was like the 7th time I got to hole 9, and I wasn't able to get it done until now. Just enough. There's our score, 22 minus 14. That's the 3-star score we needed. So hopefully we can help him out with some of those lines and get that 3-star on Enso with that bag, so we can earn him that nice glide roll rive. Kind of a staple in a lot of players' bags still. Even some of the top players love to have that disc in their bag, pretty much because of how hard it is to earn, and everyone knows that. Probably of all the 3-star rewards, I think that's the best one so far. At least that's my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong. If there's a better one out there, then let me know. But here we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. And let me know if you're interested in me trying to 3-star one of the courses with your bag. As always, thanks for watching me play some DGV.